Well, good evening. I think we may be sideways. I don't know why it's not working. Usually I turn my phone and it switches to sideways mode, and it does not seem to be doing that tonight. And I've tried a couple of times. I've closed it out. Hey, Nancy. And unfortunately, the way my setup is, I can't just rotate my phone. So I'm going to get on line and make sure it's what I think it is, but I don't know. Hey, Susie. I'm not sure why it won't cooperate tonight. I guess I could try turning this. I don't know if I can stamp sideways. Let's see. I'm getting on my laptop to be sure, but I think, hey, Michelle, I think we're sideways tonight. Oh, goodness, come on. Yep, sideways, and I do not. Hey, Allison. All right, I will try and stamp. Which way is? All right, let me see if I put this on here so I can see. Oh yeah, and I'm behind too. I apologize. Like I said, I don't know. We can lay down to watch. All right, let's see. So I need to turn it this way, I think. Let's see. I'm waiting for it to catch up on my laptop so I can see if that is the correct way, so that it looks right side up to you. I don't know why it can't just work the same every time. Okay, I will attempt to stamp sideways for you. Okay, so this is what I'm making tonight. It's just a little treat holder, and it's using the Sweet Strawberry stamp set, and this is actually a bundle. There's a punch that goes with it. Sometimes it's easier to see from the other side. So it's got the strawberry, a leaf, a flower, and then the little strawberry topper that you can punch out. So that's what we're going to use tonight. The paper that I'm using, hey Betty, is this very, what is it called? Very Delightful Designer Series paper. And it's gorgeous. It's got real pretty fruit on one side, and then on the other side is like just a nice geometric. And this is something you can get. So there's blueberries. I don't know if those are mulberries or what kind of berries those are. Some more berries. I don't know what those are. Let me pull out some of these. There's some more strawberries. Pull them out so I can show you the other side too, because it's really pretty. And this one. So those of you that weren't here when I was first starting, for some reason my camera will not flip sideways. So I am attempting to stamp sideways for you so that it's right side up for you. So it should be interesting. So these are the other papers that are in this paper pack. And then the other side is just nice geometric. And then the one that we're using tonight was this strawberry and all the berries. That has all the berries, and on the other side is this really pretty green plaid. If you hear a noise in the background, it's my cat trying to get food out of the food dish. The food won't drop until 8, but he seems to think that he's going to starve to death if he doesn't get some right now. So that paper that I was just showing you is something that you can get free with a $100 purchase, and it includes this Berry Blessing stamp set and this gorgeous paper. So it's celebration going on right now, and there are lots of great items that you can get. So there's a bunch that you can get free with a $50 purchase, and then 2 or 3 that you can get free with a $100 purchase, and this is one of those. And this is just through the month of February. So just a few more weeks left on that. All right. So that's the paper I'm using tonight to make this. All right. And I tried to not do too much ahead of time so you could see how I did it. So I've got a 2-inch, and I'll put all of the dimensions on my blog afterwards. So I've got a 2-inch by 7.5 inch. And the first thing I'm going to do is score it. This ought to be entertaining. If I can pick it up. Score it sideways. So I'm going to score it at 3.5. And I'm going to make sure my cutting blade is way up here so I don't do this by mistake. So 3.5. And with designer series paper like this, you want to be a little bit more gentle. If it was cardstock, I would put some pressure on it, but with designer series paper, I don't put as much pressure. And then I'm going to score it at 4. So that just gives us a little base so we can put it, and then that's it. And then this other end, if I put it at 3.5, then it should be where that score line is. Yep, and it is. So it's just 3.5 and 4. That's all you have to score it at. Okay. Like I said, it was 2 inches wide, and the reason it's 2 inches wide is because we have these wonderful punches. And so I'm just going to punch both ends of it. There we go. Get that out of the way. Get that out of the way. All right, we need to do our stamping and getting our strawberry ready. So now we just have this nice little, and this is super easy. If you had to do a bunch of treats, this would be super easy to do. 2 inches by 7.5, scored at 3.5 and 4. And like I said, I'll put all those dimensions on my blog, but we're going to set that aside for the moment. And we're going to stamp. Let me get my Stampin' Pierce mat. And we're just going to stamp the outline of the strawberry in Poppy Parade on Poppy Parade. And I'm going to do it 3 times. And I'm going to leave some space. So when you're using a bundle like this, you kind of want to look at your punch and see which way it's oriented, so you know, like I know I need to have the top of the strawberry towards the bottom. But I also know I can't put them too close together because there's this little flower here. So I'm going to leave some space. I haven't figured out a way to get a strip that would work without leaving space. But you could always use what's in the middle. No, you probably can't, because by the time you punch it, it probably... So you have to use a little extra. All right, that is our strawberry. We get 3 of those. Set that aside for the moment. And then I've got just a scrap of garden green. And this one, I don't know why, it comes in from this side. So I want to stamp it so that it's going this way. I don't know how many times I've stamped it going the wrong way. There we go. We just need one of those. All right. Now we are ready to punch. We are done with our stamping. So I'm going to put this in here. Hopefully you can see. I'm just lining that up. Punching that out. And now we'll do the same thing. I set that over here so I don't lose it with our strawberry. So I'm just going to line it up. Punch it out. Do another one. Sometimes when you've got cardstock like this, I have to turn it over while I'm still holding it squeezed so it doesn't move on me, hopefully. Cardstock is a little thicker than the Whisper White, so sometimes it takes a little more muscle to get it through. And one more strawberry. See if I can do it this way again. Not quite. All right. And we don't need any of these little pieces. Get them out of the way, get this out of the way. All right. So now because I wanted it to be in half, oops, I'll lose my little topper. I took, this way, sorry, this way. I took my trimmer again. And I just put my strawberry so that it was kind of in the middle on the top and the bottom. And I just lightly creased it. And you want it so that your stamped part is facing up. So I just did that with all of them. It just makes it easier since this cardstock is a little bit thicker than the Whisper White. It just makes it easier to fold it. Okay. Now we're done with that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold these all right sides together like this. So now you have 3 strawberries folded together. And they showed this in the catalog, if I remember right. And then I'm going to take my Tombow liquid glue, and I'm going to put glue on one side. And I'm going to put one of these, just matching up. And this is why you want to use, the liquid glue. That might have been a little bit much, but you want to, let me get a dried out wipe so I can get some of this excess out of here. But you want those to line up, and then I'm going to put more glue, maybe not quite as much, on this, and put another one on there. This is a punch, Cass. Yes, this is the strawberry punch. Let me grab it again and show you. So it's got the strawberry, a leaf, a strawberry topper, and a little flower. I'm just holding this while it's drying. And that punches out the strawberry, the little flower, this leaf, and the little topper. And then this bigger flower, I failed to mention, we have the small flower punch that was, I think, Celebration last spring. And that will punch out the bigger flower in this stamp set. All right, I'm going to set this down with my punch on top of it for a minute, just so that glue can set up. All right, I'm grabbing some candy, because you have to have candy if you have a treat. So I thought this was the perfect size for this Ghirardelli chocolate. And they almost fit perfectly in there. They're a little bit wide, but I didn't want to just give you one. And then I'm just going to take some ribbon and just put it through here. And I'll have to measure and see how much ribbon I used, because I think when I made the other one, I just left it on the bolt. And I just tied it, I think I tied it in a knot. That a little bit. I might have just tied it like that. Yeah, I think I did, because then it's easier to untie. And if you're worried about the chocolate falling out, you could always put a couple glue dots in there to hold it in place. All right, so let's trim this Trim this one a little bit. Okay. And one side's going to be right side up and one side's going to be upside down. But I don't think anybody will care. All right, let's get this out of the way. And then the other thing, hopefully I haven't lost my, uh-oh. I may have lost my other piece. Oh, no, it's still over here. So we have these lace doilies. And these ones are square and they're so fun. So I just took a quarter of a lace doily. It's kind of hard to see, I'm sure, on camera. But just a little something to put behind the strawberry. And so I just took, and this would actually be easier to do before you put the chocolate in. I would suggest doing that. But I just took some adhesive and just put it down the middle. There we go. I have adhesive on my fingers, getting on the chocolate. And I just stuck this because we're going to put our strawberry over that. So it doesn't matter that it's kind of sticky in between. All right, and we can't forget our little strawberry topper. So I took the topper and I just, you don't want to cut it too far because you don't want to cut it apart. But I just cut up there a little bit. All right, let's see. I think our strawberry is probably ready now. So now we have this fun 3D strawberry. So now all you do is take that same liquid glue that I put away, and you're just going to put it on both of the flat sides. And then I think I did it at a little bit of an angle. So you just kind of hold that there until it gets set. Till it's nice and stuck. And then I just took, again, a little bit of liquid glue. And because you cut that, you can kind of push it in there a little bit. It's not perfect, but, and there you go. So there's your cute little 3D strawberry treat. Quick and easy, all punches, which makes it easy. And as always, everybody that comments on this video, I will draw a name and I will send you one of these little treats in the mail. All right. Don't forget celebration is going on. That's just through the end of February, so just a few more weeks on that. And you can get this paper-free with that stamp set that I showed you with the $100. So that was the stamp set. Thank you, ladies. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's very, very quick and easy. And that's fun to make these little 3D strawberries. All right, well, I think that's all I have for you tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you next week. Wednesday nights at 7:30. If you need anything, www.creatingwithcindy.com, or you can reach me at creatingwithcindy@gmail.com, or find me on Facebook, or, you know, comment here or message me. Now I know your secret. All right. Thank you, ladies. Good night. See you next week.